Hi, everybody. I was saying hi, I was muted myself. Oh my goodness, that was so funny. Anyway,
hi, everyone.
Hi, Wendy. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Sunday brunch with Mim. And this time we got a special guest, Wendy. And by the way, we want to say something special to Wendy. We want to say happy
birthday. Oh, yesterday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And yes, so Mim, whilst introducing Wendy to our amazing audience and amazing followers, I'm gonna check just everything is okay and working. And yeah, take over, Mim. I'm gonna sort out here.
Okay, thank you so much, Regina. So Regina's brilliant because she goes and does all the technical stuff. So this is why she's a little bit silent at the moment. So Wendy, absolutely massive welcome to you. I cannot wait to have you on because you have such an incredible story. Not only have you been in the business almost 5 years now, but we would really love you to go ahead and start, tell us your story from the start and take us through, because I know there's been like quite a lot of changes and also what the products have actually done for you. So please, Wendy, take it away.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mim, and thank you so much, Regina. So I have, as you say, been in the business coming up to almost 5 years, but my journey started back in 2016. So at that time, I was a very busy, run ragged mummy.
To how many?
Mum to 3. So I've got 3 children. So I was 56 yesterday. And yeah.
Gosh, you don't look 56. Wendy, you do not look 56.
Thank you, Mim. Thank you. So I think I was, I really was run ragged. I was a busy mum to 3. I think my goals is something like 30 dance classes a week. I was, the photographs coming up. I basically became sick very much out of the blue. So back in 1994, when I had my first son, Alex, so he's 28. I was diagnosed with Crohn's. So that's, if you like, where the story started way back in 1994. But over that year, I managed to go into remission. And for the next 22 years, I was living a normal life. So for me, in 2016, when I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis completely out of the blue, it rocked my world, Mim. It really did. Mm-hmm. It was unexpected. But when I look back, I wasn't looking after me. I was very stressed.
What is the difference between Crohn's and the last one that you've just said?
Ulcerative colitis. So you've got various different bowel diseases. So you've got ulcerative colitis, Crohn's. They are quite different, but they are both inflammation within the bowel. So and the scary part of it is that I had no symptoms. So this had obviously been building up in 2016. I went to the loo one day and I had some bleeding, and I was like, wow, had been really well almost on and off that last 22 years. And within pregnancy, you often have bowel disease. Bowel disease is often triggered. It's one of the things that can lie dormant. So, and each subsequent pregnancy, I had a little flare up, but nothing major. So it was a very scary time because I sort of dismissed it. I thought to myself, okay, I've been here before, went to the doctors, they suggested going on steroids, and I was like, no, I can do this myself. Anyway, fast forward, I went into hospital one Friday in May 2016, and I was to be in there for a month. So I fought the inflammation with various chemo kind of treatments, so many colonoscopies, tons of medication, really aggressive, really invasive, really ravaging, if I'm honest, to my body. And I was basically fighting to not have my bowel removed because that's where we were at. So every day I prayed, every day I thought, please, every day they would walk around and every day they would say, no, it's the same. Anyway, so long story short, because it is a rather long story, I had to have a piece of bowel removed and then was given an ileostomy bag. So, a bag that, bypassed my tummy, and I was to have that for 14 months. So during that period, it was a massive wake-up call, huge, because for me to be able to go on to live a normal life, I had to do something drastically different. So this is where the products came in. I'd been following someone on Facebook, as you do, and I remembered sort of, and I think things don't often relate to you until it becomes relevant, it resonates. And I sent her a little message because she'd been sharing about her magic beans, and I sent her a message. And I actually knew her. She was a lovely friend, and she sent me a couple of testimonials, which blew me away, because they were two women who had been going through what I'd been going through, and they'd had this amazing transformation. So the power of that real life story, I guess, which is what we're talking about here. So I started out on the capsules, and the reason the capsules have worked for me is anyone watching, any of your viewers who are watching who is struggling with bowel disease, one of the biggest things is absorption. So for me, I had to be very mindful of what I was doing. So to enable me to have operation number 2 and then operation number 3, it was vital, because what they actually said to me after operation number 1 was, look, Wendy, you're just going to have to eat beige, bread, pasta, potatoes. You can't have fruits and vegetables and salads. And I was like, what? So the products made perfect sense to me back then. I thought, right, if I need to change my life. I need to, start looking after me if I've got any chance of going forward. So I started it on the capsules. I was on those for the next, I've been on them ever since, but for 14 months. And then I very
all
thankfully,
3 capsules or 4?
Yeah, I had. So back then it was fruit, veg and berries. So back in 2016, we didn't have the omegas then. I'm sure we didn't. So I also added in the complete protein, because again, having that meal that was that macronutrient, that meal replacement, because at that time I really didn't fancy much food, and I couldn't process it particularly well. So thankfully I went on to have operation number 2, which was when I had the entire large bowel removed. So, really, really tough. And as I just said to you earlier, it's not until you go back do you realise the enormity of it, because now 7 years on, I'm feeling probably better than I did 15 years ago. But back then, to have, that photograph of me there, that was, it's emotional. It really is emotional. But the reminder is, for me and for everyone out there, is to not take your health for granted, I guess. So I had my large bowel removed. I had another ileostomy. And then in July of 2017, I had a full reversal. So I had back to business as usual. And I really do put this down to a couple of things. I think adding in the nutrition absolutely has been phenomenal. It's changed my life. It's allowed me to live a normal life. I lost 3 stone in weight. I lost all of my hair. I now today I'm medication free. I'm bag free. I feel better today than I did way before, way back. And it has been incredible. But along with that, I think the mindset, and I talked to all of my lovely clients about this, I think I changed my mindset massively. So the 2 things together, they've helped me to navigate this pathway, through the bowel disease, through perimenopausal, through all of these stages. All of these stages that some of us lovely ladies are going through. It's been amazing.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. And just touching on the whole mindset thing, where did you pick that up from? Mostly?
I think I was desperate when I was in hospital in 2016. I've always been on a bit of a personal development journey. I think in my early 20s I struggled with I was either struggling with PMT, so post premenstrual tension. I then had postnatal depression. I think I then hit the menopause, the perimenopausal symptoms. And so back in my early 20s, I remembered reading a book by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Your Life. And I've been on that personal development journey for a long time. But somewhere along the way, I came off of that pathway. And when I was lying there before my first operation, I was praying, I was doing everything that I possibly could. And a lovely lady reached out to me and she gifted me a book, and it was her own book, and it's something that she had written, and she gifted it to me for free. And I remembered reading it and thinking, okay, so that's where it all began again. And, I think personal development differs for different times of your life. And I think different kinds of personal development resonates at different times for different people. I mean, sometimes I want some Mel Robbins, who I love. Other times I might tune into Abraham Hicks. Or at the moment, as most of you know, I'm doing fantastic morning routine, the Miracle Morning. I mean, I cannot recommend it enough. I mean, my post this morning, take 6 minutes, to I think the day that you decide that you don't want to live a mediocre life is the day that things change for you. And if you can take that time for you, this is my biggest message, I think, is to really take that time for you, not just about what you're putting into your body, but what you're putting into your brain too, what you're thinking about daily. It's everything.
Absolutely, 100%. And it's so nice to really hear your honest opinion, because I think there's still, I think, stigma, because I didn't know anything about personal development myself until I actually got into this business, because our company, our teams are very much about mindset. And I think I was very ignorant to the fact that I thought, personal development needed to be for people who were really desperate, who were really, really down in the dumps. But it's not. Like, it's your brain. You have to exercise your brain every single day, right? It's the most important muscle that you need to go ahead and do that for. And I totally understand that now. And that's definitely one of the priceless things that I've taken away, joining this community and this business. So going back on when you decided to go ahead and start your own franchise, when was that? Was actually almost 5 years now, wasn't it?
Yeah, so almost 5 years. So I think being a happy customer was something was huge for me, because I think when someone offers you this opportunity, if you have that experience, we say this a lot, the business works because the products work. And I think being a happy customer, it was quite an organic yes. I was skeptical. I think it's good to be transparent. It's good to be honest. But I, at the time, bearing in mind I'd had over 2 years of poor health. I've been a beauty therapist for 30 years. So for me, it was catastrophic financially not to be able to work. So the opportunity to earn that extra couple of £100 a month, because look, let's be honest, £100, £200, £300 a month for most people right now is life-changing.
It is.
I mean, an extra £200 a month. And I joined because I thought to myself, right, if I can earn an extra £300 a month, I can pay for some of those dance classes. I can take a little bit of the pressure off of Jason. So it was a combination of, I was really inspired, but I was also quite desperate. So desperation, inspiration, a little mix of the two. And I loved the community. You just touched on it a little bit, because we meet up with people. I mean, I never knew either of you two lovely ladies before I joined the business, and we very quickly become such a powerful community, like a sisterhood, without sounding cheesy. You've got this camaraderie and this excitement. So you scoop people up, you link arms, and that's how I felt. So I joined to earn, as I say, an extra sort of £200 or £300 a month. And I've just really gone from there, Mim. I mean, the business has supported me through lockdown. I mean, being a beauty therapist, I didn't see a client for 2 years.
Yeah, cool.
And the fact that I could sit here, I could work from anywhere. I could work from around the kids' activities. I mean, you know what that's like, on the go all the time. So I didn't ever really think bigger than that. I didn't ever really think, and I guess that initial joining, I was a bit skeptical. People said to me, "Oh, what, you're joining one of those businesses?" I said, "What do you mean?" I never knew anything about. I'd actually, apart from taking my products, I'd never heard of network marketing. I'd never heard of, the positives or the negatives. I just thought, well, do you know what? I love the products. Why can't I, just maybe earn a little bit extra for myself? But actually, more than that, it's spreading this message of living a little bit healthier, showing people that, you know, it doesn't have to be overwhelming, you know, time consuming. Because I think, again, now more than ever, the cost of living, but also the cost of health. I mean, look what's going on in the world. I mean, it's just quite shocking. So, yeah, so I never set out to have a, it was a plan B, I suppose, a little plan B. And it's just grown. It's just grown and grown. And I've got a lovely team, and sort of all over, you know, I've got my lovely team over in Denmark. It's just been
global.
Yeah, and I think that's what some people watching maybe don't realize. There's a much bigger picture. It's not just, you know, here in the UK. That it's such an incredible company, isn't it? I mean, amazing products, but an amazing community behind it, an amazing message. This sharing healthy living around the world. It's just the best.
Absolutely, 100%, and especially now.
Girls.
Oh, sorry, Gina.
Wendy, you know, when you're sharing, you know, where you was going through the struggles and everything, right? How is your looking like in the being in the business and seeing how you change, but how your mind and thoughts and everything changed since then? Like looking at your life, this different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Angle in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I think looking back when I was prior to 2016, I was just like, you know, crazy busy, running around, back-to-back beauty clients, not eating properly, you know, always, you know, and I think that then the 2-year health journey on top of that, I mean, compared to how it was then to how it is now, you know, I have this amazing residual income. You know, I have the freedom to up and go down to see my daughter in Bristol if I want to. You know, I can drop everything and go to see my other daughter at college in Kent. You know, I can be sending a couple of messages while I'm sitting waiting for one of them at an audition. You know, it is just, it's so empowering. But I think and Mim, you mentioned, you know, this power of personal development. It's everything. And I think what this journey has been for me, as much as a health journey, it's been a personal development journey. It's been an empowering journey, and it's actually having that, you know, that confidence, because particularly going through my age, you know, through, you know, and menopause can start from, you know, your mid to late 40s. And day in, day out, I listen to women saying, you know, I haven't got the confidence, Wendy. I feel anxious, you know, I haven't got purpose. You know, maybe children have gone off to university and they have an empty nest. You know, busy mums, you know, who just want to, maybe they're stuck. And I think what the business offers, and sort of to sum it all up for me, is that we offer hope. Yeah. And that makes me feel quite emotional. You know, I can feel it actually offers hope, but it also offers choice.
Yes. Choice. Do you know what as well, girls, listening, Wendy, to you and Mim and every other speakers. Yeah, Mim is froze, I think. No, sorry, Wendy froze. Yeah. So what makes everyone this business is value our time. We start valuing our time and appreciate our time. I think Wendy, you froze. She's froze.
Oh, she's okay.
She's definitely froze.
Oh,
Wendy,
there we go. She's back. Yeah. She's back.
She's back. Yeah.
Yes, back.
So, yes, Wendy, we was talking about that valuing time. So, like me, we had so many speakers, and everyone doing this business in the gaps of the day. But we used to have that day running anyway, no matter what, but we didn't have business, and we still, you know, what we do, able to make income with the same time of the day, 24 hours. So think anyone watching this, we got 24 hours a day. Mim, you got 24 hours. Wendy, you got 24 hours. I got 24 hours. We're not different, like we're all the same in the time-wise. But every speaker we have on the call as well, they're learning how to blend in around the lifestyle, business, and then they can do changes and tweaks and reduce daytime jobs, or give up daytime job, not give up, leave daytime jobs if that daytime job is not for them or not that what they really want. but yet anyone loves what they do already, blending in the business. So say myself, I'm not gonna give up dancing until I walk, but blending in and doing what I do already. And that little gaps, like Wendy was saying, like Mim, you shared as well before, this is what we do. And people like, we don't have time. No, I mean, we all have time, but think, where is your time going?
What you do with it.
What you do with the time. This is what it is, and that's what Wendy now you got that a bit more time to spend with your loved ones. You can kind of do changes, tweets, and do things around. This is what it does, isn't it?
Absolutely. And the thing is, you know what, time freedom is priceless, right? Time freedom and the community, that feeling of being supported, that feeling of being, you know, we've got free training. You know, you don't have to have any experience in this kind of business whatsoever. We take you under your wing. We take you under our wing, sorry. And yeah, we just show you what we know. And that's it. And it's just completely up to you how you take it to your business. Wendy, do you have any more questions, Regina? No, you're good. Wendy, with obviously people are going to be watching this on your page, on Regina's page, on our pages. What would you say to someone who is still sitting on the fence when it is only literally join, and this is for a very limited time? It used to be $49.99, so 50 quid, right? And they've reduced it to £1. What would you say to these people that are still watching our pages but yet are still dubious and are still skeptical about joining? What would you say to them? Oh, Wendy, can't hear you, Bob. You're unmuted. Oh, Wendy, have we lost her? Oh, I think she's frozen again. Hopefully she will come back.
Wendy, if you check your microphone as well, maybe
you're back, I think.
No, we can't hear.
Oh no, we can't hear you. You're moving.
I think check your headphones.
Oh, do you know what I do? I put my phone on my phone Wi-Fi and not use my house Wi-Fi. Okay, yep, she's going to do it. She's going to change it. But yes, it's literally only £1 to join. £1 gets you your own franchise. You become your own boss. You have your own online office, and you also have your own website as well, which you do not have to tend to whatsoever. It is literally done all for you. How are we doing, Wendy? Oh, no, not yet, I don't think. Oh no!
You know what? We're so lucky we actually heard her story. So when
yes, God, right? Yeah.
Hearing the story, and sometimes happens that technology and some things interruptions, but I'm so grateful that we had a chance to hear her story.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so if anyone is watching Wendy's page, my page, Regina's page, do not delay and get into our inboxes or even comment below on this live. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Yes, the money is absolutely brilliant, but it's about helping people that really want to be helped, right? It's about getting that priceless courage, that priceless feeling to dream bigger, to make you know, your dreams come true, but not only for yourself, but also for your families as well. You know, getting that extra, like Wendy was saying, that extra £200, £300 per month, right? On the 10th of every month as well, is priceless. We're talking petrol, we're talking food shops, we're talking children's activities, we're talking bills, you know, we're talking all these everyday things that we still have to go ahead and, you know, pay for. But why not, we can totally lessen it. We can lessen that pressure. We can lessen that pressure off of our partners, off of ourselves. You know, it's literally a no-brainer, and it's literally for £1 as well. And hey, listen, if you're still interested about, you know, joining and you know, going on a health journey yourself, even better, right? Even better, because even if you want to go ahead and get your products at a cheaper at a discount, amazing. You can totally do this as well for £1, honestly. So please get in touch with any of us, comment below, and we would be really we'd be really lovely to go ahead and help all of you. I think that is it, Wendy. I think we lost you. Listen, thank you ever so much for joining. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. And Regina, mwah, amazing. Wendy, mwah, amazing. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Have a beautiful Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.